Hamas terrorists crossing in Israel, killing not only Israeli soldiers, but Israeli civilians in the street, in their homes. Innocent people murdered, wounded, entire families taken hostage by Hamas.
And moments ago, explosions seen over Gaza.
The Middle East in flames. Israel has formally declared war after that unprecedented multi-pronged terror attack from Hamas.
The decades-long conflict between Israel and Hamas recently escalated when Hamas launched rocket attacks on Israeli neighborhoods, leaving homes in flames, cars destroyed, and more than 700 civilians killed. Israel retaliated with several airstrikes on Gaza. With war declared, President Biden pledged U.S. support for Israel.
People of Israel are under attack, orchestrated by a terrorist organization, Hamas. The United States stands with Israel,
sending troops to aid them against the Hamas. While everyone hopes both sides can come to peace, investors see opportunities to profit during this conflict. The crazy thing is, it's not just investors who are making a profit from the stock market, but politicians and members of Congress are too. Here are the best 5 stocks to buy during the Israel and Hamas war. General Dynamics, ticker symbol GD.
Particular names you like? Any stand out real fast, David?
Maybe the best name that I like here is General Dynamics, mainly because they have also a large exposure to commercial aerospace. I'm a commercial pilot, and I see their aircraft everywhere I go, so I like that name a lot.
Defense stocks often rise during times of conflict as nations seek arms and military technology. With the Israel and Hamas war going on, General Dynamics, a major U.S. defense contractor, are poised to benefit. In fact, General Dynamics fundamentals have been improving regardless of the current crisis. They've reduced total debt by $1.75 billion, strengthening their balance sheet. General Dynamics have recently reached an agreement with the United Auto Workers Union to prevent worker strikes, providing more stability. With a strong financial outlook and expected surge in government defense contracts giving U.S. support for Israel, General Dynamics is positioned for gains. Raytheon, ticker symbol RTX.
The war in Israel erupted in the last couple of weeks. Already had seen strong demand for defense.
The fact is there is unprecedented demand for defense spending, just generally speaking.
Raytheon Technologies is another defense stock that is looking pretty strong at the moment. Raytheon's stock price has risen more than 8% since the start of the war, and its fundamentals are looking very impressive going forward. With rising stock prices and a solid Q3 earnings report exceeding analysts' expectations, RTX currently appears financially strong. Adjusted revenues rose 12% to $18.95 billion, beating projections, and the Q3 profits hit $1.25 per share, surpassing the anticipated $1.21 per share. To make things even juicier, Raytheon is set to commence a share buyback program worth $10 billion. The program will be funneled through both short and long-term debt, and with the company's balance sheet being as strong as it is, there's no reason they wouldn't be able to handle this. Investors will most definitely want to keep an eye out on RTX. I see nothing but profits in the near future. Chevron, ticker symbol CBX.
Chevron buying Hess in an all-stock deal that's valued at $53 billion.
Chevron, but it did report overall earnings $6 billion.
Chevron, as a major oil company, is well positioned to profit financially from the Israel and Hamas conflict in the oil-rich Middle East. A conflict such as Israel and Hamas disrupts the flow of oil. Oil prices are skyrocketing as supplies dwindle. To be fair, Chevron stock has been somewhat volatile this year. Recent developments indicate that Chevron is looking to expand. Chevron has reported to be in the talks to buy Occidental Petroleum, a hydrocarbon explorer and petrochemical manufacturer based out in Texas. But unfortunately, the deal ended up falling through. But that hasn't stopped Chevron from trying to expand. A few weeks ago, Chevron entered into a deal to purchase Hess Corporation, a New York-based energy company that is involved in the production and exploration of crude and natural gas. The deal is said to be worth $53 billion. Chevron is set to pay $171 per share for the company. Chevron's acquisition of Hess will boost the company's share price, resulting in a massive value for shareholders. ExxonMobil, ticker symbol XOM.
The ExxonMobil Pioneer deal, which upgrades it and just talks about it's the right M&A bite. Now,
They have a lot of what is called very strong technology in terms of increasing the recovery value of these shale wells.
Like Chevron, ExxonMobil is another giant within the energy sector, positioned to profit from the rising oil prices caused by Israel and Hamas conflict. Exxon is also focused on expansion, as they've been quietly acquiring companies. They have recently announced a $60 billion deal to purchase Pioneer Natural Resources. This deal is set to be worth about $60 billion, allowing Exxon to become the biggest in the oil industry. Right now, Exxon stock is currently trading pretty low. The deal to acquire Pioneer isn't expected to close until early 2024, at which time investors will be able to pocket their gains. So if you're looking for an undervalued stock to get into right now, keep an eye out for ExxonMobil. Fortinet, ticker symbol FTNT.
They do believe that the company is competitive, and they do believe that Fortinet will actually reaccelerate here in 2024.
Rounding out the list, we have Fortinet. Fortinet is a cybersecurity company based in Sunnyvale, California. It is one of the leading developers of cybersecurity solutions in the U.S. As cyberspace becomes a formidable battleground, Fortinet has received contracts from the U.S. government to supply digital security solutions. The U.S. government has been increasingly prioritizing cybersecurity spending, with at least $15.6 billion set aside in the budget and more threats emerging in the cybersecurity space. This spending is likely to ramp up in the coming years. During Fortinet's August earnings call, their chief financial officer confirmed that the company had added 6,500 new clients in Q3 of 2023 alone. That would be a quarterly high for the company, putting it on track to outperform last year's results. Fortinet's impressively growing rate, positive cash flow, and strong balance sheet is the reason the stock is up 20% year to date. In addition, the company is now collaborating with Google to create a new cybersecurity service. Fortinet is still in its early stages of development. Analysts believe that there is a lot more upside to come. This is one stock to keep your eye out on. With the ongoing conflict in Israel, there is a general sense that the global geopolitical landscape is about to change once more. In 2022, the year the Russian and Ukrainian conflict began, defense stocks were one of the biggest beneficiaries. Looking at a full-year analysis, you will find that the 54 companies in the SPADE Defense Index have outperformed the market by over 28%. If you're an investor, you will recognize that now is the time to get in on the ground floor and buy stocks that are poised to soar. Let us know what you think about the stocks we've listed in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel.